Hey Collective and Soul Tribe, happy Monday. I have already posted a couple, a couple videos earlier today, this afternoon. Obviously, not everybody will get a chance to look at it, but if you did get a chance to watch those videos, thank you very much. Whenever time you do get the chance to watch those videos, I still thank you anyways. But yeah, right now the time is 2:20 p.m. And I thought, why not pull some Angel Wisdom and Archangel Power oracle cards, right? Let's see what you guys, could be wanting to know when it comes to like wisdom or when it comes to you stepping into your power, things of that matter, okay? Some of you guys could feel a lot of changes energetically. So let's see what the energy is like right now, or let's see what messages, you guys might need to know at this time, okay? So let's see, Spirit, what messages, universe, divine, source, what messages do you have for the collective at this time for March 23rd? What do they need to know at this time when it comes to wisdom? What clarity and understanding can you give them at this time whenever they see this message or video? Even if they don't get to see this message or video, please also give them clarity and understanding wherever they are at this time, okay? Okay, so the first card here is Two of Earth. Now, for some of you that resonate with this, right, you may feel like when it comes to you working, now you may be working too hard, or some of you guys with angel number 222 showing up, because right now it's 2:22 p.m. There's also something about the energy when it comes to partnerships or like balance and harmony. You could be doing a lot in partnerships, or you could be the one that is doing a lot when it comes to harmony, okay? You're the one that maybe, is the first to call, the first one to text, the first one to check in on people, things like that, right? So that could be significant even when it comes to working too many jobs or multiple jobs. Some of you guys could be dealing with that right now as well, or you guys could have went through that when it comes to you releasing anything from the past. So that could be significant too. But if not, this could be also right now where some of you guys could be going through a lot of stress, right? Even though it may not feel like it's stressful, you guys could be juggling a lot. Okay, so there's something about bringing balance and fun into your life. Could be very significant, especially when it comes to juggling multiple priorities and also balancing your budget, right? So that could be also significant where some of you guys could be balancing your budget, or you guys are working on or trying to work towards balancing your budget. But like I said, I get it. Everybody has a different situation. Not everybody can do the same things that other people do. Like some people get paid more money than others. So some people are able to pay their bills months ahead of time. Some people are working and getting paid, and it's like some people could be feeling like, you're living like paycheck to paycheck. And that's also honest and real too, right? For people who are not working, I can only imagine, right? Because again, when you think about that too, it's like if you're not working and you're trying to, build something on your own, that's also another thing you have to think about. So there is something about partnership, right? Where some of you guys could be working too hard. Okay, there's something about multiple jobs that could be very significant, and also needing to bring balance and fun. Now, balance and fun for some of you could be grounding, or taking a break when it comes to like vacation. If this is not vacation, okay, this could be also going outside and grounding. But I'm going to be honest with you. For those of you that live in a warmer climate, it may be a little bit easier for you guys to go outside and ground yourselves, okay, compared to for those of you who understand, who live in an area that's snowing, right? Like if there's snow, or if there's, rain or anything like that, because, everybody goes through different seasons, through spring, fall, winter, etc. So there's something about that energy too, where some of you guys are waiting, okay, for the weather to change as well, so that you can ground yourself and kind of be within yourself. I just kind of heard a horn honking a little bit outside, so that could be confirmation as well, okay? So yeah, take what resonates with that. That could be confirmation. Even balancing your budget could be significant when it comes to like seeing where your money is going and maybe like pulling certain things away or taking certain things away, right? Or, you know, focusing on budgeting when it comes to like what you buy, you know, what you eat, you know, where you go, things like that, what's actually eating up a lot of your energy. So even like a vehicle could be very significant. Like some of you guys could be thinking about moving, and maybe where you're moving there could be you know, accessibility, like there's a lot of buses running around there, or there's a lot of grocery stores or stores around that area, so it's easier for you to like walk, maybe for some of you. But again, when it comes to like balancing budget, that could be significant. Maybe you guys are thinking about selling things or thinking about finding something short term so that you can, you know, balance your finances and things, or just budget yourself. Because if you guys are also working multiple jobs, there's something also about you trying to balance, right, when it comes to like your priorities as well. So that could be significant too. Second house could also be about your finances, right? So like I said, when it comes to like business, this could be business transactions. This could be your self-esteem, okay, material desires, work ethics, values, etc. You know, or what brings you comfort is significant. But there is something about, you know, your priorities, right, when it comes to this energy. Now, 3 of air, when it comes to great sadness that will heal with time. So there's something about letting go of the past, right? This is about personal growth that comes from challenges, healing misunderstandings, being there for those in need, okay, with the number 3. So when it comes to the number 3, there's something about your energy where, like I said, when it comes to your priorities and focusing on what matters, some of you guys are healing at this time, whether this is great sadness or not. But there's something about letting go of the past. Like I said, with this energy that we're moving into, some of you are letting go of the past. There's something about personal growth, okay, when it comes to the challenges that you've dealt with or you could have been dealing with or dealing with right now. Even when it comes to healing misunderstandings. Now, this can go either way depending on the situation. Okay, being there for those in need can also be very significant, but it also depends on the situation. Being there for those in need when it comes to people who actually do need it, and not people who are playing on your energy. You know what I'm saying, guys? Like, you can tell when someone needs assistance or needs help with something versus somebody who doesn't need help and they're just trying to play around in your energy. Okay, so it's almost like a waste of time sometimes, right? Now, when it comes to healing misunderstandings, this also depends on the situation as well. Yes, there are situations that are healing or can be healed, okay, but not every situation can be healed. You know, it also takes 2 to tango. So even if you are a heal participant, the other person that is also participating in whatever the situation that you're dealing with, they also have to be on the same page as well when it comes to growth. You cannot apologize and say something to somebody and then go back and do the same thing over and over and over again. And just because you apologize, you think that it's okay to still do the same thing over and over. So for some of you guys, when it comes to being there, you know, for those in need, that could be very significant. This could be about your personal growth, okay, when it comes to the challenges you've dealt with. Maybe you guys have grown. Now, this could be short distance. This could be education. This could be the mind, like I said, communication. For some of you, this could be your creativity, right? Your creativity could be very significant. The way you communicate, right? Birthing visions of, you know, different collaborations as well. That could be also something that you're healing. Like if you had weird, you know, situations in the past with collaborations, working with people, groups, things like that. There's something about that too, where you could be healing that as well and maybe stepping into something brand new that allows you to be able to move forward into something that is healing when it comes to connections and things like that, okay? So yeah. This card says 1 of water, okay? Dolphins are very significant, okay? Fish may resonate for some of you guys. Okay, like I said, when it comes to water energy, Pisces energy, okay, could be very significant. And also Cancer and Scorpio, okay? But when I see usually a fish and the tail, I really think of, you know, Pisces because, you know, there's two fishes, right? Like a yin-yang symbol, right? But this is something that's new. Okay, this is a beautiful new emotional experience. This could be romantic. Okay, this could be a friendship, but there is something about awakening of psychic abilities or spiritual insights. So a love letter could be very significant, or just a new home. Okay, some of you guys could be thinking about, like I said, moving, or there's something about changing directions, moving into a new direction could be very significant. 1010 on the timer just now. So yeah, there's something about movement, flow, water. Okay, so when it comes to, like I said, you growing and, you know, healing certain situations, connections, etc., that could be very significant. So let me see if I can get another card here. Thank you, Spirit. So yeah, the moon. Okay, it says listen to your intuition and pay attention to signs from the divine. Unnecessary worry, let go of your fears. Okay, revelations that will make everything clear. Okay, when it comes to certain situations. So there is something that you guys are dealing with where you guys could sense there's a shift, or you guys can sense there's something changing, or whatever the case is, there's this change, right? But you guys can feel it. Okay, this is something new that could be coming in. So anything that has to do with the past, that was either you having to do a lot of work, or you working really hard, or you having multiple priorities, or you having to be, you know, in this energy of having to balance or be balanced and stay grounded. Okay, there's something about you releasing that, no longer having to be in this energy, right? And this new energy that you guys are moving into, there's something about growth, like I said, when it comes to your, you know, psychic abilities, or you awakening, or you basically moving into a new home. Now, this could be a new home, this could be coming home to yourself, but there is something about you guys listening to your intuition, you know, moving forward, because everything that is happening, you letting go of your fears is also allowing you to see things from different perspectives, right? It's like your eyes are opened a lot more to a situation than it was before. It's like you could see, but now it's like you see the bigger picture, and now you know that it is okay for you to move on. It is okay for you to move forward, right? So yeah, protecting what you have, being prepared, okay, never giving up, and asking your angels for help when it comes to this energy. Now, this could be you being an environmental, you know, activist, okay? Maybe you are into activism when it comes to people, places, and things, or animal rights could be also significant, where you take these things very seriously, right? So even when it comes to human and animal rights, you take these things very seriously, right? 9 talks about, you know, completion, 999, right? So there's something about you completing, or even when it comes to cycles, completing a cycle, or there's something about your service, right? Healing other people, being an empath, being able to release, right? Even when it comes to like universal love, that is also significant. Like some of you guys are humanitarians. I've always said this in my videos. Some of you are humanitarians. You guys are light workers. Some of you are healers. Some of you are empaths. You guys are caregivers, right? And there's something about the energy of, with the number 9, this is about you traveling. Now, even if you don't physically travel, you know, there's something about you mentally being able to travel. This could be you when it comes to religion, or your philosophies, or just having a higher education when it comes to dreams, divination, you know, art, media, things like that. You have a way of connecting with people, or having people learn when it comes to cultures, okay, on a whole. So angel number 234 right now on the time could be very significant for some of you. Like some of you could be seeing that number, or seeing certain angel numbers that you resonate with, right? And there's something about you fighting for what you truly believe in, or what you desire. And it's almost like you don't care anymore if basically people understand what you are fighting for, right? Because at the end of the day, what you're fighting for, it's for you and your path. And for those who follow that path or similar path, you know, it's like you'll find who is meant for you, right? So there is something about that with, you know, 9th house. You know, the 9th house talks about, like I said, art, long distance. Like even if you're not physically traveling, this could be astral projection, or say you guys are traveling, this is about work. Like some of you guys could be traveling for work. Maybe something new that you guys are doing is significant. So even if it's not traveling for work, there's something about traveling, okay? This could be driving longer, okay, further than where you normally go, okay? Or there's something about you taking a leap of faith, right? When it comes to adventures on your path, right? Taking adventures, being open, understanding the path that you're taking, understand the path that you're on, you know, understanding that what you're doing is selfless, right? For those who resonate with that message. So for some of you that work with animals, you understand this energy because there's a lot of times where things could happen where, you know, the system wants you to do certain things a certain way, but then you would like to do it your way, knowing that you just want to help, right? Because maybe you just have a personality like that. You just want to help. But then, you know, certain systems don't work like that. Maybe some systems don't want to help. Some systems, it's like a money grab, right? And so some of you guys could be doing your own thing. So like doggy daycares are very significant. Okay. Working in nursing homes for some of you may resonate. Not all of you guys, but some of you, you know, when it comes to energies, or being a death doula as well. But there's something about healing work, even if it's just a wellness place or you doing something that's holistic. There's something about still healing, right? Not everybody wants to go to a therapist. Some people want to go to somebody who does sound healing or sound bowls or whatever the case is, right? Something that is more emotionally, you know, attuned to somebody who doesn't really want to talk all the time, but then they can still get a little bit of everything, where they can do sound healing or sound baths, or they can do certain, you know, exercises and things like that that help them release, right? Because not everybody is very vocal about how they feel about certain things. So in order to release energy, some of you guys could be going to certain shamans or certain Reiki healers, or, you know, certain places that are different, right? Or maybe that's something you're into, right? So yeah. Five of Ariel, something about you not needing to go through your current challenges alone. It says help is nearby. It says negative thoughts create self-fulfilling prophecy. So yeah, there's something about help being nearby. So if there is this energy where you guys could feel like you have to do everything alone, or you feel like you're alone in your challenges, it's almost like the universe is like, no. So like, say you don't have people like supporting around you physically, the universe and source is saying that they're there to support you, right? They're there to be there for you. So this could resonate in that sense for some of you. For some of you, it could be in a sense of, you know, if you do have support, and say that it is like family or friends or certain things like that, it may be a small group of people. Not everybody may understand your path. Not everybody may understand your awakening and what you're going through or what you're dealing with. And some people who do understand, it's almost like they still, you know, put a blind eye to it. So it's almost like, even if you don't feel like you have people, or even if you do, you are able to move forward, you are protected. But there is also this energy of learning to, you know, not think too negative about your circumstances, or not think negative about a situation, because it will manifest. So that's why when it comes to being positive or thinking positively, you know, some of you guys could be practicing that, or learning that, or taking the steps to move forward in that direction. It's not going to happen overnight, but you're still trying. And that's the whole point of the energy of you and your growth. It's like, even if you get kicked down, you know, a bunch of times, you're still going to find a way to get back up. So that's significant. Yeah, we have Strength card. This is about strength and grace through, you know, kindness, self-confidence, and forgiveness. Now, forgiveness within yourself, or, you know, say if it is a situation, you know, you could be forgiving other people, but still moving forward, even if you may not be in contact with these people, you know, still understanding that you have a bigger purpose. And unfortunately, that not everybody understands that. If you are someone who understands that you have a bigger purpose, not everyone will understand that you do, but you understand that. And you can see that other people have also bigger purposes also, but they refuse to step in that. And that could be significant. And that's not your duty or your job either, to force people to step into their purpose if they're not ready. They have to be ready. So confirmation with the horn just now. There's something about the energy too, where if you're dealing with people where all they do is complain, and you've been that person that you've given suggestions, you've helped, you've shown, you know, how to do certain things, or, you know, certain situations, you know, whether it's work or family, friends, or whatever, there's this energy of you no longer doing that because you realize that people are not paying attention. And so you're forcing people to learn on their own. So even when it comes to forgiveness with yourself, this could be people pleasing, this could be, tolerating certain things that you really shouldn't have had to tolerate, like it wasn't your fish to fry, it wasn't your bone to pick, right? And it's almost like people could have tried to force you to be in energies of being negative, which created a lot of prophecies for yourself, maybe, or the things that people were thinking about you or coming towards you with a specific energy was creating a specific prophecy. And that is why maybe you guys have released, let go, pulled your energy back, certain things like that, could be significant, but strength. Knight of Raphael, this is about romantic, dramatic, poetic, introspective. Okay, there's something about a committed romantic relationship. Some of you guys, this could be, you being swept off your feet if this is a situation. Now, situations or topics that make your heart flutter could be very significant. Now, this could be about being romantic, okay? Topics that make you, or your situations that make your heart flutter could be very significant. Talking about what you love to talk about, doing what you love to do. Now, some people may think that you're very dramatic, but you're not dramatic. You're just very passionate in how you show up, right? But some of you maybe are romantic, right? You're poetic or introspective, but the dramatic part may not be dramatic in a sense where it's like the drama, but there is something about you guys when it comes to drama, you're not into that. And there's something about you being around people who could be dramatic in a sense, or people may think that you are being dramatic when it comes to your strength, but you're not. Moon energy. Okay, so something about an opportunity when it comes to improving your plans. Okay, listening to your intuition for accurate guidance and also facing your fears and growing stronger. So 18 is very significant when it comes to material and spiritual alignment, and also when it comes to 1 and 8 equals 9. So there's something about completion as well, and also mastering through your experiences, right? Something to do with also you when it comes to spirit matter alignment and also being in alignment in your experiences. There's something about light and shadows. Okay, you being able to balance between the light and the shadow, light and darkness, etc. This is about fairness and justice. So when it comes to your energy and you improving your plans and listening to your intuition, there could be something significant where you are facing your fears and growing stronger each and every day, taking things step by step. Now, when it comes to situations as well, there's something about you listening to your intuition, right? Okay, so take what resonates with that too. Yeah, the Magician. It says you can manifest the life you want. What you need will magically appear. Successful beginning. So number 1 with the Magician, there's something about new beginnings. Okay, starting fresh. Angel number 111 could also be significant. We also have the World. Okay, the number 21 card. So there's something about a happy ending when it comes to something coming full circle. Okay, this is about spiritual growth and insight. So there's something about your creativity that could be bringing a lot of spiritual growth and insight at this time. So take what resonates with that. Okay, we also have here perspective. Yeah. So number 12, there's a better way. It says pause for reflection and insight, dare to be different. Okay, so some of you guys, mirrored numbers are significant, 1221 or 2112. Okay, so there's something about that energy when it comes to the world, your perspective, you creating your own magic and helping other people as well create their own magic. But there's something about there is another way when it comes to you being able to go within and find insight and listening to that inner knowing when it comes to making a choice with you being different. Okay, 10 of Gabriel, there's something about asking your angels for help. Okay, or there's something about helpful people to lighten your load. Okay, working too many hours. There's something about trying too hard to please others. For some of you guys could be in a situation where if you have asked for help for other people, or there's something about lightening your load, some of you guys could have been in a situation in the past too where you guys were working a lot of hours. Okay, like I said, working too hard or multiple jobs. Something about you working too many hours is significant. And there's also something about the energy of trying too hard to please others. Now, This may not be currently. This could be the past. For some of you, this could be currently, okay? But for some of you guys, when it comes to manifesting what you need, okay, there's something about releasing people pleasing as well. When it comes to this energy, when it comes to 10, 10 equals wholeness. So when it comes to trying too hard to please others, that could be significant. You could have dealt with that as well. We have Empress energy with the number 3. Okay, there's something about time to act upon your plan. So this is about creativity is rewarded. Okay, luxurious and or abundant resources. Okay, so like I said, there's something about this energy where you guys are moving with grace, moving with ease. Okay, there's something about stepping into peace that could be very significant too when it comes to your energy. Okay, no longer having to be in this energy of, you know, working too many hours. Okay, we have it's your lucky day. So we have new resources of money, time or support, and a change in job or a promotion. Okay, so take what resonates with that. At the bottom of the deck, we have here, this situation does not serve you. Release your attachment to the outcome. Consider taking a more uplifting approach. Okay, so if there was something, like I said in the past, whether this was a job or whatever situation it is, there's something about if you were working too many hours or multiple jobs, there's something about a situation that was not serving you and you release that, or there's something about you approaching to release the attachment of that situation because of the outcome. Okay, even when it comes to you taking a more uplifting approach in a situation, that could be you for some of you guys, where you guys are releasing and letting go and letting the universe work, you know, their magic basically. All right, but I'm going to end it here. All right, take what resonates with you guys. Again, thank you guys for the love and the support. I appreciate you guys, and I will see you guys in the next video or message. All right, guys, I love you so much. Follow me on YouTube and TikTok. And again, my website is www.mysteriouslyunique.ca, or you guys can check out my blog or book a reading. All right, guys, thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.